Is what a group of tough young lads from Streatham have been doing with a game called Iceball. To attract their audience, they don't need heavily subsidised concert halls or theatres, but they do need an ice rink. Pace furious, the skills incredible, and the action often overwhelming. That's how Mecca originally promoted this new combination of basketball, American football and ice hockey. And for the spectator, a 40-inch ball is a good deal easier to follow aerially than a puck. The tempestuous aspect of this new, quote, contact sport, which has already attracted audiences of between 600 and 1,000 at 6 rinks around the country, is an obvious draw. The attraction is blood and guts, confessed one of Mecca's coaches at the outset, an aspect which in the 3-year development of the game has been increasingly played down. What's the attraction, do you think?
I think it's very fast, I think it's very skillful, and it's competitive.
Competitive, you say with a smile. Contact game is what it says in the
it is a contact game like rugby football, American football, and that brings an element of excitement into the game.
Do you think the audience are sort of baying for blood in a way?
Well, I hope not. But certainly the fact that it is a masculine game, it is a game that gets the adrenaline going, I think, yes, that is part of the attraction. The players basically have to be very skillful skaters in their own right. And I think they understand the risks or potential risks, and that introduces its own sense of discipline into the game.
Has anyone got hurt?
Nothing very serious. We've had a couple of broken limbs, but nothing worse than, say, you would see in a game of rugby.
But body checks with shoulder, side, hips and torso are all part of the game. In off-season training, the Streatham Spartans were not inclined to be over-violent with each other. Formidable team loyalties have developed, but those who've witnessed inter-city clashes between teams such as the Bradford Scorpions and the Southampton Stingrays and the Birmingham City Slickers testify that the blood runs hotter and guts is never lacking. But then a good deal of Mecca's £100,000 investment has gone on specially designed gear, which protects the players from the peak of their plastic helmets to the tip of their steel-lined toe caps. And there's a good deal more to it than meets the eye. Got a bulletproof vest under there.
Yeah, you've got shoulder pads. Again, people use different types, but they come down to virtually your belly band down here and protect you there and your upper arm. The smaller the back and buttock protection, again fully flexible, rather like an armadillo.
Despite all this protective gear, have any of you got seriously bounced?
Yeah, I got thrown up in the air, came down, busted my tibia and fibia straight through my flesh, put me out for 18 months. 18 months?
Yeah. And you still go on playing it?
Yeah.
What's the attraction?
Competition, basically, I suppose. Competition in that you're getting a team together of people who enjoy skating from various backgrounds and various jobs, and they all get together and enjoy it on the ice. It's a very enjoyable game.
But you could have competition in ping pong or...
Not as much fun as a contact sport.
Why is it fun though? Why is it a contact sport more fun?
It's putting yourself up against the opposition in a hard environment. It's fast and skillful, but you've also got to be strong. You've got to be able to take a hit or give a hit.
John, do you get any hard knocks in this contact sport?
Oh, you get it in every sport, really. Every contact sport, you get hard knocks. But that's the way the game played. I think if it wasn't no contact, we would not play it.
There's a detailed rule book with sin bins and suitable penalties for boarding, throwing opponents onto the barriers, hacking, chopping opponents' forearms, and a 21-paragraph section on abuse of officials, rarely required by the game's premier referee, Bob Chesterman. You're 6'5", Bob, and how heavy are you?
21 stone.
And Do you have to be 6'5" and 21 stone to control a game like this?
No, it's hopefully it's due to attitude and a bit of a knowledge of the rules.
In ice hockey, though, they knock the hell out of each other. Is it the same in ice ball?
Yes, but it's all within the rules. There is a physical contact of it, and the players enjoy it. Quite often I enjoy it myself.
It's unquestionably a good watch. 1.5 hours of dazzlingly gladiatorial skills developed by amateur players, including scaffolders, chefs, postmen, gentlemen's clothiers, bean sprout importers, and of course the unemployed. Do you see it as a mass spectator sport that'll catch on?
Well, certainly as a mass spectator sport, and who knows, maybe it's a very visual game, we'll get some television from it as well.
And how do you compare when you're playing these teams in Bradford and Bristol or Birmingham? How good are you?
There's no comparison, we're the best. We taught them the game.
Good grief, I hope one of their team members is a doctor. When do they actually play their league games?
Well, curiously enough, in the summer it's devised to fill the rinks when they're not playing ice hockey in the winter. There's been a tremendous increase in interest in skating among young people because of Robin Cousins and Torvill and Dean and so on. But it costs £3 million to build an ice rink and £250,000 a year to run it. So it's hoped that they can get a few spectators in the summer, paying spectators. It'll help provide the facilities which skaters of all ages so desperately need.
Hope so. Not a sport for me, though. Costs far too much to buy all the gear.
It's hard to keep up with all the games Londoners play these days. Every kind of sport, it seems, is just waiting to cash in on the gold rush of television coverage and sports sponsorship. They're even inventing new ones. This is Iceball. Yep, Iceball, a game I reckon invented to give Torvill and Dean cardiac arrest. And this bunch are yet another group of London hopefuls waiting to cash in on sporting fame and fortune.
Iceball, oh, girls, money. Get sponsorship, make them give you a nice, really nice car. Like to take home a nice, good wage packet every week, every time we play. And every time we score, or every time we win, get a nice, good bonus.
For Tony Blaze, star of the Streatham Spartans, these are still just dreams. At the moment, he earns nothing from the sport. Although Mecca put in £100,000 to launch Iceball as a game, it hasn't got TV coverage or sponsorship yet to make it a real money spinner. But no sportsman today wants to hang around as amateurs. They want to turn pro as soon as they can. Spartans player manager, John Turvey. Do you want to be rich and famous through Iceball?
Very much so.
Yeah.
Oscar Wilde said the only way to get on is find something you really enjoy doing and then find something to pay you to do it. That's a good philosophy to follow, I think.
What do you do normally for a living?
I'm a scaffolder.
The game has already been changed to make it more aggressive and attractive to watch. The Spartans' kit in eye-catching black, gold and white is tailor-made for telly. And the space on their chests is cunningly left blank. That's where the sponsor's name will go. For the players, it's just a matter of time. What do you hope for this sport? What would you like?
Well, girls. you think about it nowadays, all girls want nowadays is money.
In an ideal world, in your dream, what happens to you in Iceball?
Superstar, obviously, front page scandal, back page heroism, generally widespread coverage of me generally.
Well, could we soon be seeing headlines like
Iceball hero melted my heart. Iceballer in £1 million transfer. Iceball star on the rocks.